Hey guys, it's your girl Vanessa. Welcome back to my channel and thank you guys all for tuning in again. Today I have 4 groups prepared for you, so I want you to pick one of the 4 groups intuitively as usual. So just let your intuition make that decision for you. If you feel like you can't decide between 2 groups, your personal reading may be a mixture between 2 different groups, so feel free to tune into 2 readings. But ideally, I'd like you to be drawn to just 1 reading. And you guys, you know how much I love reading your comments. Let me know down in the comment section which group you ended up choosing. So yeah, you guys, that's it for the intro. I don't want to make it too long. I want to keep it very short and sweet and cute and all of those things. However, if you did like this reading, do not forget to give it a big old thumbs up. And also, if you're new to my channel, do not forget to subscribe before you leave. So yeah, you guys, let's get straight into the readings. Hey guys, and welcome to today's reading. So we have a group number 1, group number 2, group number 3, and group number 4. If you need a moment to pick the right group for you, feel free to pause this video to meditate on the cards for a little bit. Otherwise, if you have picked your particular reading, go down into the description box and click the corresponding timestamp. So yeah, let's get straight into it with group number 1. Okay, group number 1, we have Intuition, Resilience, and Archangel Gabriel. So one thing that I see that they really love in you is the fact that you're such an intuitive person. So I feel like they can really see that you use your intuition to guide you through life. You rely on it sometimes, maybe sometimes a little too much, but you know, ultimately it's a good thing. It means that you're really connected to your soul, your body, and just your higher self. So I see that intuition is something that they really find attractive in you, and that they also maybe envy you for a little bit. So I feel like this person might not really be that spiritually connected, or they might not be that aware of themselves spiritually and emotionally, but I feel like they can appreciate that quality in you. Then another thing that they love about you is just how much resilience you have. So I see that you're someone who may have not had the easiest upbringing or the easiest childhood. You may be struggling financially or just generally mentally. And I feel like they really love that you're just so resilient, and above all, you're still fighting, like you're a fighter and you bounce back. I see that even when life hits you at your weakest point, and even when it seems like the odds are stacked against you, you still power through it. You're still strong, and you still follow your intuition and do what you feel is best for you. And I see that other people see that quality in you, that resilience in you, and they see that you're not really one to get down, because even if you are down for a little moment, you know that you are going to get back up and you're going to just face things, and everything is going to turn around for you. So I see that you always believe in the good, that you are sort of that spiritual person who believes in their intuition. And I see that that's helped you through many sort of hardships, and that other people have noticed that as well. And you know, they love that about you. Then in Archangel Gabriel, I see that they might see a little bit of Gabriel in you. They may see you as sort of a very creative person and sort of like a messenger of hope. So I feel like through you being a creative person and, you know, having a vivid sort of imagination and crazy cool ideas, they see that as a glimmer of hope. They see you as a glimmer of hope, and they feel like you're the kind of person who just brightens up their day and gives them hope that things will get better. So I feel like for them, you're a little bit like a rock, or you're a little bit like a spark of hope, because they look at you and they see all of the things that you've gone through and how resilient you've been, and just, you know, how you haven't let things get you down, and they see hope for themselves. So I feel like you're an inspiration for this particular person, or just generally a lot of people. I see that you're the kind of person who has accomplished things that maybe not many people have accomplished before, or you've somehow gone through life in a very certain kind of way that makes people sort of salute to you. Then we have Scarab Beetle Spirit. So I see that you have like this magical sort of aura about you. As silly as it sounds, I feel like when you walk into a room, people notice you. I feel like when you say something, people listen. I feel like things often flow a lot easier around you than around other people, and it's noticeable. So I feel like that is something that they love about you. They can sort of feel your higher vibration, your positive aura, that you're a lot more, how should I say, like the feeling that they get around you is just different than around other people. So this doesn't need to be like a sexual kind of feeling. I mean like this feeling of positivity, this feeling of, you know, constantly wanting to move forward even if life has setbacks. I feel like to other people that's almost like magic, and to you, like that's just how you are. To you, it's just, you're not gonna give up, so what choice do you have? So even though you may not feel like magic works through you, I feel like other people see that in you. Then we have Rhino Spirit. So that ties together really perfectly with resilience, because, you know, the rhino overcomes any obstacle, and that's a trait that I see you having, and a trait that people really love about you. Whatever life throws at you, you know that life is happening for you, not to you, and you know that if you want to change something about the situation, you are able to do that, and you're the only one able to do that. So you know about the power of mindset, you know about the power of being positive in order to overcome obstacles. And I see that a lot of people are envious about how much strength you really have and how resilient you are. So those are the things that I see them truly loving in you. Okay, group number 2. We have new beginnings, we have gratitude, and we have cheer up. So I see that this person that you're inquiring about may have not had the best or cleanest past. I feel like they may have had some hardships in their life, not have had the easiest sort of life, and they feel like you give them a new beginning though. They feel like you're the kind of person who looks at them as a person and you don't judge them on their past. I see that that is what this person loves about you. I feel like this person feels like they can begin a new life with you, like you don't judge them and like you just let them be themselves. So that is what I see this person really loving about you, and that is a wonderful trait to have. Alongside with gratitude, I see that they love that you're grateful for the little things. So this person might not be able to offer you like rags and riches. They might not be able to give you the entire world, but they can give you themselves. You know, they give a lot of themselves to you. And I feel like what they love about you is that you're grateful for the little things. And I feel just like generally friends and family, they can see that you're grateful for little favors. You're grateful for any little gift that you get, any little sort of positive thing that comes your way. And that is something that they love. Who doesn't love a friend or a partner or someone in their life who is grateful no matter what, who is grateful when they can tell that you put in any sort of effort towards them. So that is something that I see in you, as well as the fact that the person that you're inquiring about, they feel like you just can cheer them up no matter how bad their day is. So I feel like you're the kind of person that people talk to and confide in when they need cheering up. I see that that can sometimes make you a little bit lonely, because sometimes you may feel like you don't have anyone to confide in, or sometimes you feel like you need someone and you don't have anyone to cheer you up. However, people love in you that you're so good at cheering others up. So like I said, I know it can be a lonely space, but at the same time, I see that people are so grateful to have you in their life because they know that they can rely on you, and they know that you don't judge. They know that you see every sort of situation as a fresh situation, as a new beginning. You don't sort of judge them on the past, you just judge the situation subjectively and give people advice subjectively. So that is something that I see in you. That's just like an amazing trait to have. So definitely kudos to you for being able to be subjective when you need to be, because that is something that not that many people are able to do. Then we have Starfish Spirit. So I see that one thing that people love about you is, alongside the fact that you're not judgy, is that you're open to any sort of possibilities. You're open to infinite possibilities. So you're very open when it comes to who you date. You're very open to adventure. You're open to travel. You're open to trying new foods. I see that you're a very curious person. alongside, you know, being a very grateful person for any new experiences, which makes you an amazing partner to have, which makes you an amazing person to have in someone's life, because any sort of exciting trip, any sort of exciting experience that people want to do, you know, you're open to doing it. I see that you're not someone who is close-minded, you're someone who is very open. Then in Badger Spirit, I see that you're a fearless person, you're a bold person, and you might not show that constantly, you might not show that like physically, you might not dress really crazily or do like really crazy bold makeup or anything like that, but I see that on the inside, when you need or want to be bold, when you need to be fearless, you're going to be fearless. When you need to tell someone the truth and be bold and try something new, I see that you do that. You don't let anyone get in your way, you don't let anyone stand in the way of your success, and this person loves that about you. They love that you're fearless, and they love that you're not conservative, that you're not like everyone else, and that you're willing to do things out of the ordinary and out of the norm with them. And you know, that you're excited to go on travels, that you're excited to experience all sorts of new things, and that you're open to any sort of possibilities. That is something that I see this person really appreciating and loving in you. Okay, group number 3. So first off, I can see that they really love that you're independent and you're not afraid to be by yourself. So I see that you're the kind of person that could be a little bit of a loner, or could be a little bit of an outsider, or maybe you were a bit of a loner at one point. And I see that they find that very cool. They find that very attractive, and they love that about you. They love that you don't need other people to gas you up. Love that you don't need other people around you to feel comfortable or to feel like, you know, you're whole, you're complete. I see that you're someone who knows their worth, and you're happy just being by yourself as well as being with other people. But what really stands out is that you're not afraid to face your fears, even doing that all by yourself. So I feel like life may have thrown a few curveballs at you that you had to face by yourself. I see that maybe you either have a very small friend circle or a very little family, or just generally at one time you were very alone and didn't have a support system for whatever reason, and you had to face your fears by yourself. You had to release the power of fear. You had to do it solo, and it was a decision that you didn't voluntarily make. You just had to do this at one point in your life, and ever since then you've been very self-reliant. Ever since then you're self-secure. You don't need anyone's approval. You don't need to know that anyone has your back, because you know you have your own back, and really that's all that you need. I think that is something that this person really loves in you. Another thing that they really love is friendship. So if you're inquiring about someone and it's on a romantic level, you may be like, oh no, friend zoned. But I don't want you to just see this as 100% friend zoned. You also need to keep in mind here that friendship, the best relationships are based on friendships. The best partnerships grow out of friendships and are based on people who don't only have sexual chemistry, but they're amazing friends. They're like best friends. So I see that this person really appreciates that in you, that you're an amazing friend and you're willing to nurture your relationships. I see that while you can stand on your own and, you know, stand on your own against the world, so to say, at the same time you value your friendships and you keep your friends really close. And I see that you're there for them, you nurture them, and if someone is your friend, they're really your friend. So I feel like you're the kind of person, because you're sort of a loner and because you're so reliant on yourself and you don't feel the need to have a lot of friends, I feel like it's really hard to become your friend and to establish a friendship with you for you to really trust someone. So look, I feel like you're nice to everyone, but in order to be a true friend, it takes more. But once someone has sort of proven themselves to you and once someone has gained your trust, that friendship is for life. I see that you're a very loyal person and you value friendship, and you will treat a friend literally like gold. You will treat a friend like the most amazing thing you have ever encountered. And that is what this person loves in you. They feel really nurtured and really taken care of having this friendship with you. Then we have Seahorse Spirit. So I see that something that they love in you is that you don't jump to conclusions, that you watch and wait and let people prove themselves. So we already had this in friendship, that you're friendly to everyone and you will let anyone prove themselves to you as a true friend. And what you do is you just watch and wait, just like Seahorse Spirit says. And this person loves that in you because you give people chances. You're not one to just say, oh, because this person does this or looks like this, I'm not going to give them a chance. You're not that kind of person, and that is what they love in you. Then we have Rabbit Spirit. So I see that this person looks at you as a very like sexual being, as a very attractive being. I feel like, you know, you're very like fertile looking to them, so to say. Like you're very, on a sexual level, you're very attractive, okay? If this is someone that you're interested in a romantic relationship with, I can see that, you know, they're into you physically. If this is not someone that you're in a romantic relationship with, this person sees all of the physical traits that make you sexy, and they think that you're a very attractive person. You may not feel that way, but I feel like what other people love about you is exactly that you're not a show-off, okay? You don't flaunt too much. You let other people see the attractive traits in you, and you let other people see how lucky they are to have you. You don't tell them how lucky they are. You let them notice how lucky they are to have you in their life. So that is what I see them really loving about you. Okay, last but not least, we have group number 4. Let's find out what they love about you. So what I see that they love is your sensuality. So I feel like even though you may not feel like a particularly sexy person, I feel like you're a lot more attractive on a sexual level than you think or you know you are. So I feel like you're very open to experimenting. You're very open to just like embracing yourself. And even though you may not feel like you're doing that like on a very sexual, sexy level, they find that very sexual. They find that very attractive. They think that you're sensual. So even if this is someone that you're not interested in a like on a romantic basis, this can be a friend, you know, someone close to you who just sees you as a very sensual being. You know, they think that you're attractive to the opposite or same sex. They think that you're attractive to the people who you would like to attract. At the same time, they love that you're kind of low-key about it. They love that you're not too out there, that you're just sensual and not overly sexy. And like I said, you may not know this about yourself, and that's fine. You know, if you're a sensual person, you're a sensual person. You may not feel that way, but others may feel that way about you, even though you don't think of yourself as a sensual being, and you know, that's fine. Then I see that one thing that they love about you is the potential that you have. So I see that they see a lot of potential in you, even though I feel like you're a very humble person, and that is the vibes that I'm getting from your reading. I feel like you're very humble, almost too humble. And they love that about you, but at the same time, they love the potential that you have. They love the potential in life that you sort of like exert, that you sort of ooze, and they love that you think big. So I feel like even though you may not think big enough, like I said, you may be a bit too humble, they love that you still think sort of big for yourself. You still think about bigger things that you can reach in the future, higher heights that you can come to, how you can grow as a person spiritually, financially, emotionally. They love that you're constantly thinking of improving, and you're constantly trying to use that potential to grow something bigger and greater. So like I said, I feel like you're very humble, too humble, but at the same time, you think big, you think of your future steps, you think of how to grow and how to be better. And that's something that they love about you. They love that you're constantly trying to improve. They love that you're constantly on the ball about things. And they really appreciate having that sort of energy around them. Then I see in Dragonfly that you're someone who lives in the moment very, very often. So why I say very, very often is because you don't always live in the moment, but you're someone who is better at living in the moment than most people. And they love that, okay? This person loves that about you, because it's so hard to find people who know how to live in the moment, because most of us are very passive. We're constantly worrying about the future, or sort of thinking about the past, overthinking, and we forget to live in the moment. We forget to be here and present in this very moment. And I see that you can often really let go of all your worries and fears and any sort of limiting beliefs, and you can often just be here in the moment with the person that you're with. You're not someone who's constantly on their phone or constantly distracted. When you give someone your attention, they have your full undivided attention, and I see that they love that, and they love being in the moment with you and living life to the fullest. Then in Antelope Spirit, I can see that they really love how you move. They feel like you're a very sort of like fast-paced person. I feel like they really love, how quickly you are to adapt, how quick you are to see new ventures, how quickly you are to just try and change according to circumstances, or, just change your route to make sure it resonates with you. So that is something that I see them really loving about you. The fact that you're so sort of versatile, that you can easily and quickly adapt to many different situations. Then in Canary Spirit, I can see that what they love about you is that you're not only quick to adapt, while you're adapting to what life throws at you, and while, you're seeking your full potential constantly, I feel like they really love how you can just be yourself. They feel like you're constantly singing your own song. You're never trying to dance to someone else's beat. You're constantly just focusing on still being true to yourself. So I feel like alongside with living life to the fullest, you know that you're only able to live life to the fullest if, you come to terms with who you are, and you love who you are, and you make sure that you embrace yourself, and you don't try and copy what you see on social media or in some glossy magazines. You know that life is totally different to that, and you know that life is what you make it, and you're happy to sing your own song. You're happy to be your own person, and you know that you can only truly live life if you're being yourself, and if you're living life the way it's intended to be for you. So that is something that they really love about you, that you don't try to be someone else. You're constantly just trying to be the best you, so to say.